Monday night at MetLife Stadium, Jamal Adams running across the formation and giving a nice little pop to Baker Mayfield. Drew a flag. I'm sorry, that is not roughing the passer. If you're watching on TV, you can see it. If you're listening on the radio, trust me on this. He had one step. There was no helmet-to-helmet contact. It was a shove to the ground. You're running full speed when you hit the guy. What are you supposed to do? Stop? So he got flagged. And to make matters worse, Chris Sims, Jamal Adams was fined $21,000 for that. I don't think it should have been a penalty at all, and I wonder whether or not they imposed the fine just to prop up the fact that it was a bad call, because I really do think it's a bad call. What do you think? I've said 5 times it was a bad call. Do you think it was a bad call?
I do think it was a bad call. I do. And I'll tell you what bothers me even more. Okay, it's enough that it's a bad call and he got the penalty. And, okay, I could deal with the penalty. I understand we're protecting quarterbacks. But why do we have to add the insult to injury with $21,000 on top of it, to me, in a sport where the guy's doing his job and it's not egregiously bad? Like, okay, if it was late, all right? I mean, it's not like it was like the worst late hit we've ever seen in our life, let alone he didn't lower his head or try to do anything that was dirty at all in any way, shape, or form. And I just, I'm kind of sick of that too. Just like this constant, like, okay, so you're going to hurt the team, and now we're going to hurt the player and take money out of his pocket for some of these things. I think it's just a little overboard, in my opinion.
And Baker Mayfield was out of the pocket, running toward the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams could have hit. He could have hit him low. He could have taken his knees out if he wanted to. And I don't get why that was a penalty. And here's Jamal Adams' tweet disputing the fine. "This league is a damn joke," he said. "I just got fined $21,000 for this hit. I signed up to play football, not two-hand touch. But I don't give a damn about these soft rules protecting quarterbacks. I'm going to play my brand of football every time I step on the field. SMH." So, well, there's a word that's blocked out there. I wonder what that word was. Now, bull. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what. There we go. So thank you for blocking that out. And because I probably would have said it. Because it is. It is. The fine is. The flag is. And I mean, the quarterbacks, and I don't know, maybe they're sending a stronger message, Chris, given what happened to Drew Brees and Ben Roethlisberger, right? They're going to protect the quarterbacks even more. They're going to be even more likely to find players like Jamal Adams because they don't want the quarterbacks to be touched, because they don't want 2 starting quarterbacks going out every week due to injury.
Well, okay, but I mean, nobody touched and Ben Roethlisberger. I know.
But it's just
you're right. Maybe
there's going to be more.
That's what's just that's bull crap. And then to take money out of players' pockets.
God forbid at some point Colin Kaepernick would end up getting a job. We got to keep these quarterbacks healthy because we don't want anyone to have no option, an alternative to signing Colin Kaepernick.
It's not happening. Give it up, okay?
I'm being facetious here, but go ahead.
Well, my issue, too, to just add to the conversation, all right, is, I mean, and you made it already. If these quarterbacks are going to run out the pocket and scramble and do this stuff and hold the ball to the very last second, come on. It's not fair what's being asked. I'll even further it with this, Mike. The play Trevor Siemian got hurt on by Myles Garrett wasn't a late hit either. Very borderline. I mean, okay, maybe I understand them calling it, but he runs to the right. He holds the ball. He then decides he wants to set back up and try to launch a ball down the field. And Myles Garrett, I watched the game on film yesterday. He took half a step after the guy threw the ball, maybe 1 step, and hit him. It's just we're bordering on like ludicrousy of this protection of the quarterback stuff. I just don't. It's overboard. It's not fair to these defensive players. And I do think something needs to be done with plays like that are that borderline, all right, and nothing dirty's done within that play. Like, come on, let's stop like taking money away from guys for playing football in a sport where it's not perfect, and they're making their money for their aggressive acts and nature anyways, and they're not going overboard with those type of hits there.
Remember last year there was that early emphasis on the body weight rule and the flags being thrown and the Clay Matthews play that gave the Vikings another chance to force a tie at the end of regulation in week 2. And the pushback, right? There was the outcry and there was the pushback, and the NFL adjusted. And it feels like this year, instead of it's ramping up. And I really do wonder at some level whether there is a desire, whether it was spoken or unspoken, the idea that we have to almost put these quarterbacks in bubble wrap and we're going to protect them even more than we have because the league will implode if too many starting quarterbacks get injured. I mean, as of 4 weeks ago, starting quarterbacks due to be on the field week 1, 7 of them are now not going to be on the field week 3, starting with Andrew Luck's retirement and culminating in what appears to be Cam Newton not playing this weekend. 7 out of 32 starting quarterbacks gone. Not for the season. You know, some will be back, but still, they're not able to play. And when you start taking quarterbacks, 25% nearly of the league's quarterbacks off the field, that diminishes the product. And it may very well be that this year the league is going to call these closer and tighter and tougher on defensive players because this is part of the strategy of protecting quarterbacks.
Well, it is, but it's overboard. And we got a lot of good quarterbacks still left in football. I mean, somehow the NFL survived the year after Peyton Manning retired. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. I mean, it's amazing. And did not anybody like the Nick Foles story? I thought that was a great story. But now we don't want it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just sick of it.
I'd rather
it's way
have
too
the
much
starting
protection.
quarterbacks.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.